This is a 3-minute message brought to you by Redemption Church, Delray Beach.
Well, we're starting a new book of the Bible, the Song of Solomon. And it's often a book that's overlooked in the Bible because it's a look between two lovers, a husband and a wife. And it highlights their relationship, almost as if you're looking in what a godly relationship looks like. But it also addresses a lot of practical things in marriage, including sex. And this is sort of a weird subject to talk about, but I want you to understand and know that sex is an appropriate subject to talk about. And the Bible does address it because it's a part of our lives. God wants us to worship Him with all that we have, with our heart, soul, strength, mind, and our bodies. And this includes our sex life. And so Romans 15:4 says that these things were written for our learning so we would have instruction and hope. And you know what I found? A lot of marriages nowadays don't have a lot of hope. But we can look to this book, the Song of Solomon, that highlights this married couple and what they're to do in a godly fashion. And this includes sex. And we can actually learn from it. And it can build our relationship. We can actually love our spouses better and get highlights and things of how God would want us to worship Him with our body in a relationship. Now, this includes our sex life. And it's okay to talk about our sex life. Hebrews 13:4 says, "Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled." Sex is a part of marriage. And so we're going to just address it because it's a part of our life and we want everything that we do to worship Jesus, including all of our relationships, including our spouse. So the first chapter doesn't start off with sex. It actually starts off with romantic words between lovers. It shows that sex is more than just a physical act. It's actually consummating love and expressing feelings and emotion. Marriage is more than sex. It actually has to do with relationship. And Solomon is saying how beautiful his spouse is, how he is attracted to her. In verse 15, he builds her up with words of affirmation. "Behold, you are beautiful, my love." And he's expressing his heart. He is attracted to her and he uses his words to build her up. And it's important for us to know that in a marriage relationship, there's more than just sex. We not only share our bodies together, but we share our heart, our feeling, our emotions. And we do this through words because out of the heart, the mouth speaks. And so I want to encourage you to express your heart to your spouse. Let them know that you love them. Build them up with your words. What could you do that today? How could you express your love towards them? Could you write them a love note? Could you take them out to coffee and ask them questions? Or take an extra 5 minutes as soon as you get home to just connect with your words? Because God wants you to express yourself physically with your spouse, but also emotionally with your heart. So build them up with your words. It's a part of a godly, healthy relationship that we would say we love one another, that we would build one another up and wash each other with good, life-giving words. This is an important part of any marriage, communication, and may you build your spouse up with words of affirmation.